A very late season tropical storm has formed in the Caribbean Sea. Tropical Storm Rafael making a beeline to the Gulf of Mexico, soon to be Hurricane Rafael. Let's go ahead and take a look at that right now. Alright, let's take a look at some things here. So we do have a Tropical Storm Rafael, and as of now, 7 a.m. Eastern Time, maximum sustained winds of 60 miles an hour. Still, we're looking at a 14 mile an hour increase for it to be upgraded to a hurricane at 74 miles per hour. And tracking across Cuba, then into the Gulf of Mexico as a minimal hurricane, so probably less than 100 miles an hour. Maximum sustained winds as of this forecast. And then it gets into the Gulf of Mexico, and then there's a lot of uncertainty about what's going on here. So let's go ahead and look at some things here, and I'll just check individual models here. And we'll look at the GFS first and see what it does. So we bring it across Cuba on Wednesday. Not a lot of effect because it's going so quickly. Still looks like about a minimal hurricane, maybe a Category 1. Possibly intensifying into a Category 2 as it goes across. And then we get into Thursday and Friday, and the GFS kind of takes it apart. So it might make landfall per the GFS on the southern coast as a tropical storm. Very fast moving tropical storm. And it's going to get sucked up into the upper trough region pretty quickly. That would be the GFS output. And then we'll check the European output on this. Kind of the same thing to a certain extent. Goes across Cuba as a minimal hurricane. Maybe a Category 2 at the most. And then the Euro kind of deviates from the forecast of the GFS as it catches that system into, it gets caught in a trough. A frontal boundary gets pushed to the west, and this completely shears out into nothing over the weekend and does not even make landfall as a tropical system. And we'll just throw the Canadian in there just for verification. Goes across Cuba. Minimal hurricane, and it encounters that same area that the European is projecting and pretty much shears out. So the only model that's really aggressive on this thing even making landfall as a tropical system is the GFS as of right now. There's probably other models that are as well, but the main three that we look at. So the takeaway from this is, will we have another catastrophic landfalling hurricane? Not likely. Could this make landfall and bring a lot of rain to the southern region of the United States? It's possible. Tornadoes and things of that nature can happen when these storms make landfall for sure, no matter what. But the takeaway from this is, as of right now, it does not look to make landfall as a major hurricane or even a hurricane at all. So I would say the worst case scenario as of right now is it makes landfall as a minimal tropical storm, which can do damage. That has happened before. There's been tropical storms that have done catastrophic damage, but the upper levels do not really allow for this storm to have a really good unimpeded area to continue into the Gulf and make a landfall as a strong hurricane. So that's what we have right now, and this is Tuesday morning at 8 o'clock Central Time, and there you go. So thanks for checking this out, and I will update here in a couple more days, but it looks right now like this is probably going to be a non-event.